Alright, peace. So this is gonna be the first video for the Patreon. I know y'all still like, man, Eddie Few is bugging. I heard the first video, but I'm not quite sure he ain't bugging yet. And that's cool, man. You know, that's the, whenever you do something different or you decide to make a change, people gonna think you crazy anyway. I remember when I first went vegan, like 10 years ago, 11, 12 years ago, something like that. No, yeah, about 12 years ago, my family thought I was crazy. They said, man, yo, he bugging out, man. Yo, Steve bugging out. He just stopped eating meat, man. One day it wasn't even like a gradual thing. One day he just woke up and just stopped eating meat, you know. I've always been like that. You know what I mean? When I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it all the way. I don't wind things down. I don't, I do everything cold turkey. It's either I'm in or out. It's either I'm hot or cold. It's either I'm in or out, man. And that's me. That's how God gave it to me. So whatever I jump in, I'm jumping in head first, all the way, 100%. So we're going to rebuild our Patreon archives. And, I mean, I'm still giving game. This is life game. Life game don't change. We all need life game. You know, I hope everybody, share my belief in Jesus Christ at some point. But even if you don't currently, I believe there's still a lot of valuable information that can help anybody regardless of your religion. So I'm gonna keep, of course, I'm gonna keep my belief on my sleeve. I'm gonna keep what I believe the truth is on my sleeve, but I'm also gonna have, complete messages as well. Not every single video will be religious necessarily. I'm gonna have a wide range of information. I just want it to be wholesome. I want it to be focused on something just higher, man. I've realized that I was talking to some of the guys today on Clubhouse. I had a room for guys to ask me questions. And once again, back to the inner cities, the main thing destroying our communities is we chasing women, is wine and women. So when I was reading the Gospel of the 12 Patriarchs, it's funny enough that in the book of Judah, how Judah told his sons, what I believe it said was that we will be destroyed, that his sons will be destroyed because of wine and women. And when I look in our communities, that's what I see. We got liquor stores on every corner, and we chasing women. I was talking to somebody that said, man, imagine you met a young kid, a young child, or a kid, just a child that's about 18 years old, 17 years old, and he, y'all talking, you ask him, hey, so how's everything with the women? You got a girlfriend? He's like, and he said to you, nah, man, honestly, I'm not paying women any mind right now. I'm completely 100% focused on what I want to do with my life. I'm completely focused on my mission and my intention and whatever God has for me. If God wants me to have a woman, if God wants me to have a wife, she gonna meet me in the midst of me fulfilling my purpose. She gonna meet me in the midst of me fulfilling my duty. She gonna meet me in the midst of me pursuing my dreams. But if she don't meet me there, we just won't meet, because I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing to start a relationship. I'm not interested in having sex like that. I'm really interested in just focusing on building something, and I'll let whoever that person is come when I build something. Like, tell me you wouldn't have the utmost respect for somebody coming from that mentality. When I have a son, that's the son that I'm gonna raise. You focus on your business. And then I heard somebody said to me, yeah, but he still got to learn how to deal with women. But the reality is, there's 2 points to that. One point is not really, right? If you get a woman that ain't been passed around and touched a lot, you get you a wholesome, pure woman, which is what I would encourage my son to do anyway. She gonna bond to you in a way that nobody else has ever bonded to you before. You need game for the women that have trouble bonding, because you need a plethora of ways to get them to bond to you. But a woman that's never been touched, she's gonna bond to you through the simple act of doing something with you that she's never done with anybody else before. When her hymen breaks and she bleeds, that's going to be the time when she does something she's never done with anybody before. That's when that bond is created. You don't need game. She's locked on to you. She knows her position. She's submitting to the bond that she's fused with you through sex for the first time, right? So that's one. But for two, even if that wasn't the case, if a man is all about his business and he's serious about it, you can be an alpha male. We have this concept of being alpha male means you got to sleep with lots of women. I got alpha male uncles. My Uncle Charles is an alpha male to the highest capacity. I yield to him anytime he's around, because he's the big uncle. And that's Uncle Charles. Like when he around, he's the alpha male. No matter what alpha I think I am, I'm not. I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? I'm not soft, but it's respect. He's the OG. He been around way longer than me. He pushing, late 60s, but he's an alpha male. He's been with his wife his whole life, but he'll stand up to anybody under any circumstances. And speak his truth in the face of anybody. He'll tell the drug pushers. He'll tell the dudes on the corner, with drugs in their pocket. He'll tell the guys chasing women, y'all some fools. That ain't gonna lead you nowhere to being broke with a bunch of issues, whether that's baby mama issues or everything else. There ain't no good in that. He'll tell you straight to your face, to whoever. You know what I mean? And he willing to get down with you if you got an issue with it. But he been with his wife, going on at least 30, 40 years. I would at least 30 years, a little, 35 years, something like that. And he's solid, right? So I think you could be an alpha male and be solid. You could be an alpha male and not touch any woman, if that's what we set on being. So my point is that kid, excuse me, that kid is focused on his business. That don't mean because he don't got all this experience with women, he gonna let somebody punk him. He gonna let a woman use him. He gonna let a woman manipulate him. He ain't no fool. He focused. And he'll tell a woman, hey, look, if you ain't really moving how I'm moving, if you ain't getting down how I'm getting down, if you ain't really on what I'm on, if you ain't really trying to help me and be a helpmate to me on the mission of building my purpose, we can't have no bond. I don't want to lay down with you. I don't want to get into bed with you if I don't know that you prepared mentally, physically, and spiritually to contribute to the fulfillment of my purpose. I have no interest in having sex with any woman that ain't contributing to the fulfillment of my purpose, that ain't interested in a lifelong commitment, that's willing to commit her life to me, that's signing up to commit her life to the fulfillment of my purpose. I'm not interested. If it ain't if you ain't looking at me like, if you willing to sleep with a man that you're not giving your life to, you just low value to me. If you're asleep, I'm speaking of, imagine a young kid, a young child, a boy saying this, because any woman that if you ain't trying to sleep with, if you ain't trying to give your life to me before you sleep with me, then to me you just low quality. If you just out here tossing yourself around and everybody you meet, somebody's trying to lock you down, I'm cool on that. I don't need you. I'm not gonna get seduced and manipulated by something that I don't need when I'm focused on my business. The majority of the dudes that ain't making money are focused on women. The majority of the guys that ain't fulfilling God's purpose for their life forget making money, because that may be a part of his purpose for you, may not be. But in general, the majority of people that ain't find contentment and happiness in their life is because they out here chasing women. It gets empty. And I'm telling you, hearing it from the horse's mouth. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I did it. So I'm going to do an entire 3-hour class on this topic. I'm going to touch on this briefly today. And I want to share some things with you guys briefly today, just from a new mentality, a new mindset, on a new mission with new goals, and on to something completely new and different. I'm going to do something different with this. And this is still fresh for me, right? Like, I was just with women a week and a half ago, maybe, right? But I've renounced it, and it's not even in my heart no more. It ain't in my heart no more to do that. Like, that's out of my heart. It's not like I'm not struggling with lust and desire. I'm not saying I won't be tempted. I'm not saying I won't get to a place where I get tempted. That could happen. But I'm saying it ain't in my heart to pursue that. I'm not waking up or rolling over like, man, I'm fighting off, wanting to meet the woman. No, that's out of my heart right now. If I get tempted, there'll be something in the moment, but I'm not looking for it. I ain't chasing it. I ain't thinking about no woman. I ain't messaging no woman. I ain't calling no woman. I'm really focused on what I'm about to do and the movement that I want to bring to you brothers and to all the new brothers that come on board. Just the more fulfilling and uplifting message that I want to bring to everybody. That's what I'm focused on right now. So, I'm going to do an entire 3-hour class on the pitfalls of being a promiscuous male. I'm going to have that for everybody. I'm going to put my heart into that. I still got to do this investment class. The investment class will be out this week. Just bear with me. I went through a lot of changes, but I'm back. I know you guys can hear it in my voice. I know you hear it. Just bear with me. I'm back. I'm going to do the investment class for everybody. Then I'm coming with the pitfalls of being a promiscuous male. Then I'll see where I'm going after that. But we knocking it out the park though. I'm gonna be me always. People are like, yo, Eddie, I came to you because you had women's stuff, but I ended up sticking around for all the spiritual stuff, and that's what I really like you for, because you on the spiritual stuff. And I'm like, all right, so check then. All the spiritual information and knowledge that I thought I had all led me to this point. all led me to the point where I could say Jesus Christ is Lord, and he died on the cross for my sins and rose on the third day so that I could be saved. That's where that path led me to. I done read all kinds of new age spirituality books and tried different things, but that all led me to the path of knowing who God is and who God's son is and who died for me and who could have me with a new voice talking like this when you just heard me a week ago with a different voice. Where do you think this voice came from? You think my voice just completely changed on its own? You know, something touched me. Something happened. You know what I'm saying? God reached in and touched me. And now I sound different with a different vibration, different frequency, and a different sound. This ain't accidental. If you don't hear, like you could disregard it all you want. If you don't have the faith to hear it, you can miss the message. If that's your prerogative. I mean, it ain't, because I want everybody in. But what I'm trying to say is, if you can't hear you can hear the transformation in me. How I go from who I was a week and a half ago. I wish we had a video so you can go back and hear it, so we can compare and contrast. But how I go to who I was a week and a half ago to this right here in just a week and a half. That's the power of my God. You know what I mean? And anybody that, if you connected to that same source and you could feel that and you could hear that, I can hear it in myself. I feel it. That's the power of my God. So I'm coming with a strong message. I'm standing up with a full belief. And whoever think it's corny, that's cool. I'm corny. I'll wear that. I'll wear whatever y'all want to say about me. But I know who my Lord and Savior is. And I know I'm not leading nobody astray. I'm not giving no information that anybody could take the wrong way and be led astray. I'm not doing it no more. You know, I'm to the best of my ability, I pray and ask the Holy Spirit to lead and speak through me, and hopefully I can give a message that ain't like so church that people ain't able to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But where the truth is there, and you can feel the power and the frequency of that which has changed me. So that's what I'm bringing everybody now. So what I'm gonna do now, I want to read. I was reading the Gospel of 12 Patriarchs, and Reuben, I'll probably attach it to the bottom of this video if anybody wants to download it and check it out. But Reuben is one of the sons of Jacob. And it's pretty much Jacob had 12 sons that became the 12 tribes of Israel in the Bible. And this is the message that Jacob, that his 12 sons gave to their sons before his 12 sons passed away. Like Reuben, Simeon, Judah, before they passed away, they gave a message to their sons. Like their last message to their sons before they passed away. So I want to read that to you guys. And y'all tell me, you drop a comment in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Whatever y'all want to say, whatever your opinions, just drop it on me. I'm here for it. So I'm going to drop that. I may make this video public at some point, but this is for the Patreon right now until we build the archives back up. So I'm going to read that for you guys, and then we'll finish out. All right, so he says, it's purported that this was found with the Dead Sea Scrolls, where the text of the Bible was found, and this is just one of the ones that wasn't chosen. I don't 100% know if it was or not, but it seems biblical. It seems to line up with everything else. So, it's helped me. So I'm gonna share it with y'all. So then, my children, observe all things that I command you, and do not sin. For the sin of promiscuity is the pitfall of life, separating man from God and leading on toward idolatry, because it is the deceiver of the mind and the perceptions, and leads youth down to the hell before their time. For promiscuity has destroyed many. Whether a man is old, well-born, rich, or poor, he brings on himself disgrace amongst mankind and provides Satan with an opportunity to cause him to stumble. You have heard how Joseph protected himself from a woman and purified his mind from all promiscuity. He found favor before God and man. For the Egyptian woman did many things to him, summoned magicians and brought potions for him, but his soul deliberation rejected evil desire. For this reason, the God of our fathers rescued him from every visible or hidden death. For promiscuity does not triumph over your reason, then neither can For if promiscuity does not triumph over your reason, then neither can Satan conquer you. For women are evil, my children, and by reason of lacking authority or power over man, they scheme treacherously how they might entice him to themselves by means of their looks. And whenever they cannot enchant by their appearance, they conquer by strategy. Indeed, an angel of the Lord told me and instructed me that women are more easily overcome by the spirit of promiscuity than men. They contrive in their hearts against men. Then by decking themselves out, they lead men's minds astray. By a look, they implant their poison. And finally, in the act itself, they take them captive. For a woman is not able to coerce a man overtly or physically, but by a harlot's manner, she accomplishes her villainy. Accordingly, my children, flee from sexual promiscuity, and order your wives and daughters not to adorn their heads and their appearances so as to deceive men's sound mind. For every woman who schemes in these ways is destined for eternal punishment. So guard yourself against sexual promiscuity. And if you want to remain pure in mind, protect your senses from women and tell them not to consort with men so that they too might be pure in their minds. For even recurrent chance meetings, although the impious act itself is not committed, are for these women an incurable disease. But for us, they are the plague of Satan and an eternal disgrace. Because in sexual promiscuity, there is neither a place for understanding nor piety, and every passion dwells in its desire. For this reason I say to you, you will vie with the sons of Levi, and will seek to be exalted above them, but you will not be able. So that's pretty much what that said. So the message is clear. He's telling his sons, man, when you read it more, you're gonna hear him saying, focus on your work, focus on your learning, focus on acquiring knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. And when God has a woman for you, He'll present her to you. You'll see all that there. But I know it's easy, and this is not a shot at anybody that's producing content about women, because I was the same guy. I'm not judging nobody. I just know it's a little different. Like, I was fortunate enough that I was able to profit off of my promiscuity. I was able to make videos and profit off of the experience and the knowledge or whatever I was gaining. I was able to profit from it. So I was fortunate in the regard of that lifestyle, right? But there's so many stories we don't see. There's so many guys that laid up with the wrong woman and now they got something that they can't get rid of, or that they don't know how to get rid of, because all things could be gotten rid of. There's some men that they messed with a chick that had a husband and a wife in secret, and the boyfriend came and did whatever. There's so many stories we don't see. We see, everybody saying, yo, you got the game, you the whatever. They, whatever they said to me, you got the good game, the whatever. But we don't see the people's lives being affected off of YouTube. We don't see the guy that got 4 or 5 baby mothers now, and he can't see his children. He's having strenuous relationships, and now he's stressed out. He's forced to work a job, so he can't be an entrepreneur because he don't got the time in the room to strive and achieve something. He has to work a job because child support is pulling at him, and they taking money out of his check, and they're gonna toss him away if he don't pay. He's stuck in a system that a lot of our people are stuck in because they've been spent so much time drinking wine and chasing women. You cannot tell me that much good that came from that lifestyle. Now, you might have found a woman that helped you out of a hole, but that's a hole you would have never been in if you would have been focused from the beginning and was never chasing women. So yeah, while somebody helped you out of a hole that you're in because of another woman, that's cool and all, but that hole wouldn't have existed really had you been on this path early on and was focused and striving and building as a youth, like we all should be. Those pitfalls wouldn't be there. So now we got to find women to help us out of the issues that were created by women. So many dudes out here. I got so many stories, dudes out here, and all kind of stuff, man. You might have one or two good experiences, but where are the women from your best experiences? Where are them women today? What are they doing? Are they better off? Are their lives truly better? I challenge you to take 10 women that you used to know and go see where they at today. See if they're psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually in a better place because they knew you regardless of what you thought you taught them. Have they truly changed their life? Are they going from God to God now and incurring more damage, making themselves valueless and nobody ain't gonna want them? So now, while before we were saying, the message kind of was from a lot of people, we wife up a good girl but sleep with the hoes, but some of us are making good girls hoes. Now ain't nothing good in none of that, man. Now we gonna the message is complete. We staying away from all of that. That's what I'm on. But like I said, guys, I'm still coming with game. I'm still coming with inspiration. I'm still coming with positive mindsets. And I feel personally, this is just my opinion, that I'm coming with the information that we need to hear, that young men need to hear right now and get off this, man. To me, where I'm at now, we got to get to a place where, dog, you spend all your time chasing women and spending money and out on clubs chasing women. Man, that's corny, man. Like, you a cornball. You cheesy for that. We got to get to the point where we looking down on that. Like, man, I'm about this business. Me and all my boys about our business. We focus. We ain't even thinking about no women like that. A couple of my guys got wives, but the rest of us, we focused on our business. That's corny. We gonna go home and knock this business out. We trying to really build something. We trying to establish something here that's gonna be here for generation after generation. We trying to leave something for the children we don't have yet. And you out here chasing women, making babies. You a cornball. We got to get to the point where that becomes corny. So that's what I'm coming with. It's time for a change. It's time for a new message. It's time for a new message. It's time for change. So we gonna make all that corny. And we gonna make being about your business and staying focused and finding a woman that's actually committed to helping you build for a lifetime, that's willing to commit herself to you for life, even if that's one or two. We're gonna get to a point where that's cool. And just out here just running through skis is just corny. Because it's a waste of time, energy, and money that you could be using to actually establish something that'll be here for our children. So that's the message I'm coming with today, guys. Peace, and love, man. Peace and prosperity. I hope everybody has success and joy, man. And I really hope this is all received well. My heart is in a better place, and I'm here to give a better, more complete, and wholesome message to everybody listening. So I love and appreciate all my brothers. If anybody need anything, jump in the DMs on Patreon. I got a class coming soon. Just give me 4 or 5 more days to get it done. And everything will be here. Peace, and much love.